We are the community's #1 source for all things Star Citizen.
And we're glad to have you along for the ride.
And we're live. Oh, I'm muted on the bass. Hi, bass. How are you?
Amazing.
We're live.
Oh, Jesus.
Ah,
Never speak of that again.
what is there even to speak of? I don't know how I feel about that.
Nothing.
What did I miss?
Absolutely.
You didn't miss anything. Don't you worry about it.
Oh,
Don't you worry about it.
Oh, God.
What's going on, people? Me and Jake are barely recovered from the disaster that is Beefcast.
Beefcast.
Oh my god, that was a nightmare. It's been fun, but god,
We're going to do it again.
We're gonna do it every week
Until
Maybe.
it gets better.
until one of us is violently murdered.
You know what? Even INNverse has improved over the last 26 weeks. This is 25. This is episode 25, guys.
What?
Yeah.
Shouldn't there be some celebration for that?
Nah.
Beefcast was not fantastic. It will improve drastically.
fun.
Hopefully. I tuned out at the end of the 2 hours. Like I don't like. I was
Well,
just like, oh.
if
So
I actually opened up WildStar and was staring at the login screen at the end of it. I don't
he
want to
checked out hard at the end of Beefcast.
Yeah.
well,
The last like 15 minutes, just I don't know what I was doing.
if once someone says it's fantastic, then it must be fantastic. Speak
That
too
person
hard.
is objectively wrong.
See, what if you try way too hard and it's horrible?
That's true. You got it.
So
Um,
if it's already
for
good,
those of you,
you know.
for those of you who don't know, we have a new podcast every Saturday. We had its inaugural episode. It's called the Beefcast. It's a
This
podcast
pilot is a
about
little rough because we didn't get a lot of funding from our
from our Indiegogo,
no
from
from
our
our
Patreon.
Patreon.
no from our oh god not our publisher, like our publisher. We're with Fox News, not Fox News, Fox, the channel Fox, 21st Century Fox.
What?
Fox News. Why did I say Fox News? And they picked us up for the pilot, and we're getting a full season.
That's nice. One day
We're
you'll
not.
have a sentence.
I am lying to you right now.
Take that
Stormy-
apart, take some bits out, you'll have a sentence one day.
Stormy, yes, I got a haircut. Hellcat, no, I didn't get a new webcam. This is the same webcam. I'm not screen capturing. It's a direct feed now, so it's not Skype compressed. I figured out a way to work around it. But anyway, Beefcast is a podcast about all video games, all of them. Probably won't talk about Star Citizen as much in that podcast as we normally do, although we managed to this week.
Yeah, somehow.
It'll sneak its way in.
It's all we know, man. It's all we know.
But we had quite a few of you. The recording of Beefcast, for those of you that missed it, will be up on YouTube, SoundCloud, and possibly iTunes if we get it to work tomorrow. We were originally going to put it up yesterday, but we realized we had another podcast that comes out on Mondays. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm recording.
You should check it. You never know.
But if you guys want to come check that out this weekend, it's every Saturday right here, same place, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, 11:30 Pacific, and whatever other time zone you may be in. We're going to talk
I'm thinking about shaving for the next Beefcast, and I'm just like baby face completely. Like, I might maybe do my eyebrows for full effect and just like feeling.
No. You gotta.
So little Hitler
So-
stash is the only thing left. Like, I'm going to go bald. And just a little
put on
Hitler stash.
that headset thing, and you'll be the guy from Star Wars.
Yeah, the weird guy
Cloud
with the
City.
little ear
Yeah,
thing.
I forget
Yeah.
his name.
Just buzz
But-
cut your hair and then do that little stash and then
Anyway,
you'll look
we're gonna do that this Saturday. Come check it out. We're gonna be talking about Paris Games Week and all the new stuff, so that'll be fun. And hopefully, I'll get my Halo, and hopefully, UPS actually delivers things.
Okay, I will save this for the Beefcast, but I got some beef with all courier services. Oh my god.
Yep. Oh,
Think about how many packages they have to deal with, man. They have
whatever, man.
millions of
You
your
can put
crap
it
to
in
get
the
from
right
point
box.
A to point B, and
Put it in the right
they
box.
got years wrong.
Put it in the right box. Oh my
Put it in
god.
the right
Okay.
box.
Anyway,
That's
CA asks, "Where's Eris?" He is at home playing video games right now.
He's not. He's right
He
here.
doesn't have to be on every show.
He's in the
Oh, yeah,
chat.
he's in the chat.
He's here. He's here in spirit.
He's in the chat. Yeah. He doesn't
Welcome
have to be on
INNverse
every
the
show.
Verse, a show
Only me.
about Star Wars deep lore characters.
His name is Lobot.
if I say he's inside,
Thank you,
does
Ghost.
that make it weird?
What?
Don't ask. Don't. Let's no.
Next week is Jar Jar Binks week. Do you guys have your cosplay finished?
No.
All right.
Fallout 10mm says Halo 5 is disappointing. We will talk about whether or not it's disappointing this weekend on the Beefcast.
Can I just ask? Has anyone heard of this?
Oh my God,
Disco
Lando's here.
Guy?
Is that the real? Is that
I-
the real?
Hi, Lando. No, Eris, good
oh,
job.
no.
Yeah, we got rid of him. Per your request, you wanted us to get rid of him. This is like, I mean, I know you got beef with Eris, so we figure we should respect CIG in this instance and just let him
He's
go.
gone. We fired him.
Yeah, he's gone.
Then we brutally murdered and consumed him
You don't fire
to
him.
steal his power.
You lure him. Then you do what you just said, which I don't want to repeat because that's just not,
Oh,
Awesome.
that's wrong.
So
Speaking of Disco Lando, do you guys see the thing he tweeted last night?
yeah,
Yeah, the Photoshop is pretty good. It's on his Twitter.
No,
right?
just-
he's gonna
That'd
melt
be
Eris's ships.
just leave his,
you know what
his
it
favorite
is?
ship on there. Then
You know what it is? Do you know why Lando's here? This is the first time we've streamed INNverse actually with the Star Citizen Twitch tag, so it's probably on the hub right now. We got
permission
like,
to do that.
I
from-
wanted to make sure we had permission to do it because the base got express permission to do it for all their shows, so I wanted to make sure we were okay doing it, at least for this specific show. So yeah, so we'll probably be showing up in the hub from now on because we're Star Citizen. Yeah.
In other news, our transcripts are now being used for captions on some CIG videos. Hopefully, will continue to be ongoing.
Yes.
You can see them already
now.
in 10 for the All-Stars.
And the 10 for the producers from yesterday.
Oh, did he get that up?
Yeah, it's up.
Awesome. Thanks, Lando.
So if you go and you hit CC, that's the transcript right there in the video.
The next thing you have to do, Lando, is come on this show.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes,
Eris-
Stormy, I do have Christmas lights up behind me. You know why? Because I'm a cheery human being, and I'm not depressing or Grinch-like at all. Thank you very
Who
much.
are you, and where's the real Dolvac?
It actually does pretty good lighting, because like...
Well, if you do it
Remember
right.
this here, let's do
What's wrong with the old light?
Well, no. If you
probably doesn't have
do
one.
it right, it looks
Blast from
great.
the past. Blast from the past. Here it
Yep.
goes.
That's
This
normal
old-
Dolvac lighting.
That's
Just
old
as
Dolvac.
monitor. Just as monitor.
Plug that back up. Oh, this
Nothing
takes
else.
longer than I thought. Oh, God. It hurts.
That's Reddit moderator lighting.
It hurts. Oh. There we go.
Didn't
And
know
see,
it was
said-
that
happened
much
was so
effort.
I like draped it back here, right?
Look.
But then it kind of got clumped up, and I'm straight up too lazy to climb onto my bed and unclump it. Like my bed's right here. I'm just too lazy, so it just stays like that. And sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night because I have to go like use the bathroom or something, and I see it and I think it's a spider and I have a freak out. It's like right over my head.
You're afraid of spiders.
Lando
Mortified
said he
of
replaced
spiders.
all Eris's ships in his hangar with 100 holiday wreaths from the holiday live stream.
I could deal with that.
I'm gonna melt those now.
He's gonna melt those now.
Yeah. It's just nothing but golden tickets. That's just all the whole thing.
Yeah, no ships, nothing, just golden tickets. That's
Just
it.
one big golden ticket for every ship. It's just really big. It still doesn't do anything. What does it do? Tell me. Tell me.
I'm still waiting
All
for
right,
an update to the
so-
calendar.
Maybe we should actually, like... Here,
Should probably.
you know what? As per RTV, they spend the first 15 minutes talking about whatever. It is now 10:15 or 9:15.
That's true.
So, let's get some questions. You can ask us about Star Citizen, about INN, about Cheesy Gordita Crunches.
Ignore
'cause
the
apparently-
guys from the company. You
Co-
come to us for all your Star Citizen questions.
Yeah, right here.
What cans are you talking about?
We
Citizen
answer
cans?
your questions less vaguely than they do.
Yeah.
Less vaguely. Wow.
Less vaguely.
Or taking
That's-
out context.
that's right.
There's, I think
Don't
it's still on the
question
front
me.
page, but like last night on the front page of the Reddit is literally a thing that says Disco Lando says patch 2.0 definitely not coming out this week. That's not at all what he said. In the comments, he's like, I didn't say that. I just completely did not say that.
All right. Fast Car asks, are you ready for daylight savings time to end? Yes. Yes. Hellcat asks, where's Nakara? He is recovering from a bear wrestling injury. You apparently didn't listen to the podcast this week. We explained this.
But no, he did kind of hurt himself a little bit. So
Yeah.
he'll be
No,
back
he is actually
eventually.
injured.
Or he will die. They don't have good. I don't know. They don't have hospitals up there. You just kind of fend for yourself. They rub some syrup on it, and they hope send you home.
Aqualung01, he asked how many Hornets do you think were sacrificed to become Sabers? Quite a few, probably.
Yeah.
I was going to do that, and then I decided to get both.
You know what?
I might have if I didn't have a Super Hornet, and you can't down CCU. I probably would have out of just hype.
It's an
But,
up
like-
CCU, son. Super Hornet is 165. Saber is 170.
Really?
Yep.
No. I probably would have done that if I really thought about it.
Because it's
But
Aegis.
I'm glad I didn't because the Hornet is my favorite flying ship in the game. I know a lot of people don't like how it flies, but
I
something
love
about
how
the
it flies.
I can maneuver the brick in space. The brick in space is my jam. Like the Gladius and the M50, Scythe and Glaive. I don't know what I'm doing with those. Me and in my space brick, I'm doing all kinds of stuff. I'm great.
Yeah. I think
It's just a bit more planning.
Interestingly
Oh,
enough,
yes.
I don't like the Gladiator, even though they're essentially the same thing.
Well,
These
it's
questions
a
hurt me.
different style because it can't do the same of the Hornet. Even though it's the same frame, it's a completely different design for it. So it makes sense that you may not like the Gladiator. The thing that annoyed me though was so many people were like, "Oh, I'm totally mounting my Saber not mounting my Saber, mounting my Super Hornet for the Saber because it's going to be so much better." People seem to forget that when you buy a ship, it's typically made for a certain niche. The Saber isn't going to beat the Super Hornet in every scenario by any means. You put the Saber in the Super Hornet's niche, it's dead.
Well,
The
you
Super
just
Hornet
take
is a brawler.
Take
Yeah.
a Saber and a Super Hornet. The Super Hornet's going to win. Super Hornet is a heavy fighter, whereas the Saber was more towards the lighter side. It's built for fast, quick maneuver and get out. Saber's gonna take
Interestingly
more.
enough, it's bigger. It's actually bigger in all dimensions. Oh Jesus! The Saber is like a kind of a pick and choose your own battles kind of thing. If you just go head on with a Super Hornet, you'll lose. If you are of equal skill with a pilot of a Super Hornet and you're flying a Saber, go head on, you will lose. If you pick and choose your engagements like the Saber, that's kind of like what that thing's meant for, you'll have the advantage.
Yep. Oh yeah, and Fallout's right. It's a medium fighter, not a heavy fighter.
Yeah, I apologize. The FA is the heavy.
So I want to get all these questions out of the way. I refreshed the chat, so I don't remember who asked them. INN movie night will happen when we have time, which none of us have any. Prediction or hopes for 2.0 that Star Citizen final version 1.0 is actually 2.0 and they've just been lying to us this whole time. Real answer, we know what's going to be in 2.0. So
They showed it to us
they showed it to us multiple times.
aggressively.
Yeah.
Watch this!
And another question that made me a little sad. I don't remember who asked it, so Hey, I'm not calling you out for making me sad. Um, they said, is there going to be a surprise $50 ship that will be LTI? No. They will never sell LTI unless it's a concept sale.
Heck.
Next two ships, if they release a concept sale during the anniversary sale, it will be the Crucible, which, from everything they've said, sounds like a bigger ship, probably like 200, 300 range.
Can we talk
So-
about LTI for a minute?
It's
Would
worthless.
anyone be upset if they just didn't do LTI from here on out? Like they grandfather everything they sold with LTI.
Oh, that would be so good if they.
I would
got
just
rid of it.
if they just like,
Yeah,
all right, from here on out, no more. Like
But
all the concept sales have 3 years. That's it. No more LTI. Just it's over.
You know what I would do, and I know it would just start so much, but like anyone who has purchased the game up till a certain point, like when the game goes beta, give everyone LTI, just get it over with, because there's so many people who just, I don't know. That's just me, because
They can't do that. Like
I know they can't.
Riots
I
in
know
the
they-
streets. CRG headquarters
Oh, I
to be
don't know.
burned to the ground.
But it's just like, to me, I have LTI ships, but if I lost the LTI for some reason, I honestly couldn't care less, because
Yeah,
I would care
insurance
because it
careless.
was part of the thing I bought. Right? Is like
yeah, no, but I mean, the point I'm getting is not, no, I would be upset, but I mean,
don't
like,
care
in
about
reality,
LTI.
I don't care. Like,
No.
for me to lose my insurance in game to where I'm going to lose my ship, I would have to be incredibly stupid and not realize that my ship just ran out of insurance. Like, it's not going to happen. And if someone does manage to lose their ship they paid for money, that's, you know,
I did
you
not
it's going to so many warnings.
Landa says limited time
LTI
insurance.
is going to be anything. People
It
are going to
means
have
it's
these
just-
LTI ships and just go, oh, well, glad I got that. Here's whatever. You know, compared to the insurance, it's just not going to be meaningful.
Here's a good question.
I pity CIG for coming up with the concept of LTI, because I guarantee you it's become such a thing that it's bit them in the ass
It's
more
become
than
a meme at this point.
it probably makes them suffer more than it's ever
Oh, yeah.
helped.
Here, we're moving on from that monster. Here's a good question. When is the next CitizenCon interview coming, and whose interview is it? I don't know when it's coming. I remember we had a time frame for it, but I don't remember exactly when we're putting it up. It's Bob, isn't
I
it?
heard tomorrow, but I don't know.
Is it tomorrow? It's either tomorrow or
I
Friday.
heard tomorrow, but I was not involved in the creation of that at all.
It's
so
either
I
tomorrow or
don't
Friday.
It's I believe
know. This week.
I believe it's tomorrow, but yeah, definitely this week. But I believe
Okay.
it's tomorrow.
I heard
It's Bob or
tomorrow.
Solo.
Yeah, that guy.
Yep.
He was a lot of fun, guys, to interview and transcribe and everything. So you guys are going to really enjoy his
Yep.
his interview.
Awesome interview.
He's a good guy.
It's
Very
done. We're just like it's gonna go in a right time slot.
So
Yeah.
many things.
Production.
It's just look fun thing. You might not know this, but like getting things onto INN without swamping you with information and like not. It's more of an art. It's not an art. It's a science. There's a direct
called-
science. Like there are time frames where we have to put
production.
things up. Like we can't put up things super late at night, even if we've had things ready to go, but it's too late in the evening to put it up, and like certain people won't see it, and like we put up so much content that things get pushed off the front page like way too fast, and we have to balance our extra content against like our weekly stuff, and it's interesting.
Freaking Lando.
I love Lando. It's my favorite.
He's taking away the LTI on David's holiday wreaths.
I pay for that LTI on those wreaths. God damn it! You're robbing me.
Hellcat has a good question, Dolvac.
Okay, I have the primary question. Can I use grabby hands to like stick a wreath over someone's head? If I can't, I'm out. I'm out of this. Fuck this game.
Selling all your ships in the
I'm
green
not.
market.
This is
Done.
bullshit.
Well-
I don't care about anything else. I just want to stick wreaths over people's heads.
Well, here's
If I
here's
Make it
can't
happen,
do that,
Lando.
This game sucks.
here's a question for Dovak from
Okay,
Hellcat.
Yeah.
all video games that you can't do that.
We're
suck.
trying to ask him this for 5
Dolvac.
minutes.
How much time do you spend moderating Star Citizen subreddit and doing INN stuff?
Well,
Well, quite a
like,
bunch of.
they're not the same thing, so I would say 2 questions there.
That's true.
Yeah,
that is
they're
true.
not- in this whole Star Citizen space, pretty much every second I'm at my computer. Um, like I pretty much have r/Star Citizen up on my computer, on my other monitor at all times. Like there's normally not time, and if I like have a spare second at work, I open up my phone and go to r/Star Citizen to make sure it's not burning to the ground. Something I should probably mention is if you are familiar with the sticky on the front page right now, you are aware that a lot of Imgur links are getting tanked currently. What it is we believe that there is an automated script that every time someone posts a link from r/Star Citizen, an Imgur link, which is a lot of links, an automated script or a bot or something auto flags all those posts. And how Imgur works is if a post on Imgur gets enough reports that it's like illegal or copyrighted content or something, even if it's not, it'll just get automatically taken down. YouTube has a similar system. Most websites do. It's not a bad thing. They're just so big that they can't have humans look at everything. So a lot of things have gotten tanked. It's actually really hard to use Imgur right now. So as a solution, me and another guy are currently building Stargur. So I now own the domain stargur.com.
Most creative name I've ever heard in my life.
Hopefully it'll be up in the next week, and it'll be a super basic image hosting solution, obviously free and no ads. Pop a file on, you upload it, you link it on Reddit, you are golden. And that problem should be fixed. And if Imgur stops getting tanked, then that will just fade away into non-existence. Yep. That should be a solution. I'm actively working to fix that problem.
Cool. It's been asked before, but I don't think we asked CA or possibly not Shiver.
CA, what?
Or
Do you mean CS?
CA asked the question.
Sorry,
Many have been asked before.
I heard the original. I don't even. Yes, Lando, he's not having a stroke. He's literally saying that.
Yeah, Stargur.
It's like Imgur, but it's Stargur.
Yeah.
Yeah, Citizen Gur would have been the better option.
I know, but like it's shorter. I value
it's shorter.
I value shorter domain names.
All right. Question. Citizen Academy asks, may have been asked before, but what primary occupation do all of you plan on after launch? Probably of the Persistent Universe launch, not Star Citizen launch.
Well, at this point, I don't really know. I don't really know if we're gonna have time to play the goddamn video game at this point, because I don't know how we're gonna find time to actually play this mess. Oh my god! Like,
how do other gaming outlets play all of the games they cover?
I don't understand,
they do.
Man.
All right. Well, for me, I might as well tie in Breebase's question, because he asked, "Are you planning earning any shit specifically in the game?" Yes, absolutely, 100% the Caterpillar. I can't afford it, so I have to earn it. My main thing, absolutely search and rescue. I'm going to be that guy that's going to help you when you absolutely need it. Your oxygen's running low. I have huge plans to be probably as good as I possibly can. I have a spreadsheet already of all the ships, and then I'm going to have a set distance of how much time it takes for me to get from my starting point to that ship, how much time it takes for me to get inside your ship, how much time it takes for me to secure you, and basically get you on the ship to a point where I can stabilize you, and then that's when the clock stops. So I'm literally going all out for this, and I'm really excited to do search and rescue and stuff like that. So
you go link up with David, uses Endeavor.
Yep, I probably will link up with. He may not have the Hope class though.
He's got the master.
Yeah, he has the master set, so he has a Hope class. Yeah, it's in there.
Literally, Ali. What do you mean by search and rescue? Well, basically, if you get killed,
amber lamps.
Yeah, if you get shot and your ship blows up and you're floating there in space, you need search and rescue. Or let's say someone damages your ship and you manage to kill the enemy person, but you're basically in a point where you can't get help or yourself, like you can't help yourself, that's where I come in. So I probably will expand it to maybe having a crucible in the fleet so I can actually get your ship basic repairs, but it's mainly for people who have been severely injured, not necessarily the ships.
Valkron, I agree. Also, I'm looking at my my dang hangar right now, and I don't see a holiday wreath. I am shocked and disappointed. I was lied to. Right here, you all saw it happen.
Shiv, what do you want to do?
Primarily military base, shoot people in the face, and just then second star on the right and see what's out there. Shoot stuff. Just to give CS some business, I will shoot people. And then, for just see what's out there.
Yep.
I only have
ready.
one holiday wreath. I want at least 5 holiday wreaths. Can I? So like,
I want 10.
I'm assuming like decorations. I'll be able to just like be given things, right? If it's just grabby hands, I'm assuming I can just go take people. Because that'll be my profession. Just wreath collector.
Yep.
I will own
specifically
all of the Christmas 2014 rewards. I will own all of them. You were not allowed to own a wreath. I will issue wreath licenses. If you have a wreath in your possession, you do not have a wreath license, I will come and remove it from you forcefully.
I basically want to do what Shiver wants to do. I also want to mine things. I want to start. So I know CIG has said that they want to work on a smaller mining ship that's not the Orion.
Yeah, we know that's going to happen at some point.
So I want to start in one of those and then just.
You think that was implied that was going to be before launch? Like that will be a ship revealed before launch? I mean, I'm assuming we're kind of really winding down on the concept sales and ship reveals now. I mean, what do we got now? We have the Crucible.
I think
Prowler.
Honestly, once Persistence is in the game, the Persistent Universe Alpha is here and now. So I want to say no because Persistent Universe Alpha is probably going to be out in the spring. So if the social module plan follows the same timeline as what Tony laid out.
I thought it changed slightly now with the Exoverse coming hopefully next month, and then I think it was the next big patch for that was going to have Subsumption, wasn't it? Which included Persistence or basic level.
Well, Subsumption comes before Persistence.
And that was Subsumption was AI stuff.
Subsumption is AI behaviors.
Okay.
So, hey, Doom, you can use this command here if you want to link us. And the reason why that doesn't work is because Twitch doesn't recognize .network as a real website. So, Valkron says 2.0 should be this year. It should probably be next month. But no, I'm saying the persistence part of the Persistent Universe Alpha, like us doing things and things being saved to the server, that would be done probably by spring. So, yeah.
I have a question for you all.
Okay.
Refresh my memory. Now, they mentioned they're going to be doing a stream for the anniversary sale this year?
They're doing a stream for in December.
Okay, because they did that last year as well, didn't they, with the Christmas?
Yeah, they're doing it in.
Thing.
They're not doing a gathering this year like they have in years past. But yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna answer that question right now. One Winged Angel MS, are you Sephiroth Microsoft? Is that what that is? Anyway, they asked when SE Alpha 2.0 releases, will INN make a video with you guys playing as a group? If the Insisting thing works as intended, yes, because I actually wanted to film an episode of INNverse from ArcCorp, but as it stands right now, it's really hard to get into the same instance with friends. So, yeah.
Yeah. I've said this multiple times. Back when we thought that Star Marine was coming out before Social
Freaking
Module
Lando.
and all that stuff, like I thought that like if we were totally gonna like when Star Marine comes out and when anything comes out, I intend to comb over every inch of it for stuff.
Yep.
Oh, Disco's digging himself into a hole bad,
Yep.
man.
Watch, it's gonna come out this week, and then I'm just gonna call him a liar. I don't care what he says. I don't care
Lies.
if
Everything he said, everything that man says is lies.
I don't care if there's plausible deniability. If it comes out this week, I'm just gonna call him a liar forever. So, yeah. Falcon74 asks, when do you expect real death mechanics to be in the game? After Persistence.
Yep.
Or probably with Persistence. Maybe at the same time. So, yeah.
So there is going to be a stream on the 19th with the anniversary sale.
I
Now,
had
don't
no
think they've
idea.
done that before, have they?
No.
So
That's one day after.
why
Awesome.
do you think they would do that? Say something
Lando.
special of an
Lando.
extra nature, maybe.
It's the episode where they're gonna show Lando deleting Eris's
Yeah,
LTI
it's
wreath.
just going to be a live stream of him just adding more wreaths.
It's literally all it is.
Wreath Commander.
Fridays got canceled. There's actually
Are you-
a bonus RTV tomorrow,
Subscriber only, I believe,
think.
yeah?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're only taking questions from subscriber chat on INN.
Who was at the last subscriber, RTV?
On RSI.
Yeah, they're only taking from the INN chat. Come hang out in our private
We
chat
have
room
a
that you
chat?
can't have access to.
Oh, I guess this one.
That come talk to in our private chat room. If you can't find it, you're out of luck.
It's just our Discord channel.
Yep. INN spreading
More
confusion
questions.
since 2015. Good
Oh,
job.
questions.
I'd cry
Did we
if
miss
Lando
any?
was gonna shave his beard. I couldn't do that. I wouldn't watch. I just couldn't.
Hellcat says, thanks for telling people to wait for Pascal on Arctic Island. No problem. It's the only smart thing to do. And that was Eris/Vince who did that in the podcast. I love, my favorite thing about Inside the Verse is freaking Vince's corrections.
Yeah, because just like October 3rd. It's just
Yeah.
like it's completely a different
does it-
voice.
In the
Make-
most, like, matter-of-fact way.
He could just like come get the person who say it and just record them saying like the correct thing and edit it, but like he's like whatever.
Any chance of an INN competitive league?
I would so totally shoutcast Aurora Racing.
I would, yeah.
Jake, you and me.
Yep.
Shoutcasting.
Are you the shoutcaster or the analyst? Who's
I
which?
think I'd be a better ranter than you. I think I can go on better tangents.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Just be
You're more-
careful where those
You're
tangents
more-
go, Dolvac.
You're more granted. Oh God, it just. I'm not. Oh God.
Yeah.
Before you know, it, we're just like I'm just spouting quotes from like the 2015 presidential like debate. I'm just saying quotes. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, our holiday
Bernie
asks.
Sanders said this, and that's my analysis. I don't know.
Yeah. Holiday asks, what are your opinions on how the buggies are handling? I don't know. Why don't we just ask Lando?
Yeah,
Do any of you have buggies in your hangar?
I do.
I actually don't.
The,
I don't really
the
care.
controls have got a bit better. I'm not
Yeah.
falling
Yeah,
to the floor.
Also, my hands don't do this.
Have you seen all the videos that have been cropping up of like because you can kind of like glitch the Tally and the Connie into free flight right now, and like all the models' hands are like the models aren't finished yet, so all the hands are like through them. It's fantastic.
Yeah. I think the buggy, like, they're much better than before, but they still have a little more tweaking to go, but they're really they're in a pretty good state right now.
Mine just doesn't like turning to the left. Right, yeah.
Um,
No, not left.
I think it's just because where you're from. I think maybe that just has something to do with it.
Well, we
Ketchup
all
Ninja,
sort of lean over
what do you
here.
mean? He asked,
What
could people
was that
sell you
one car that
stories
had
in the
3
PU
wheels?
or freelance? Do you mean like news stories? We're just gonna go find them.
You have something crazy going on with your org or something.
Viking-
just
okay.
drop us a line, and we will be there.
Viking
to
VR
sell-
says what do you think about the concept ships that haven't come out yet, i.e. the Crucible and Prowler, I think is what you're referring to, being north of $200. The Crucible, yes. The Prowler, it depends on how big it is.
Yeah.
Crucible, we know, is a pretty big ship because
Yep.
it can fit a Hornet inside it.
Yeah.
So,
And it can, like, you know.
and I honestly don't care how much the Prowler is. I need it. Need it. It completes the alien ship set for me. Because I have a Xi'an ship, the Scout. I have a Glaive, Vandal. I have a Merchantman, Banu, and then this would be a Tavaran ship. There's no Kurthok ship yet.
So
Probably.
Willick SC, I hope I pronounced that right, had a question.
Willick.
Which I think... Willick. How much super secret flair and cosmetic stuff do you think CIG has been making in the last 3 years, with which we will all be working hard to earn within the PU to fill out our hangars and ships?
Endless.
When you look at some of the character pipeline and the work they've done, like they're at a point now where they have the sculpt for the female and male down. So now, like right now, they are basically full steam ahead for making a whole bunch of really cool stuff. So I honestly don't think they've made a ton necessarily, but because now their tech is in place, they're able to basically streamline so much more stuff. So we're definitely going to be seeing a lot of cool things coming from that side of this game, but I don't think they've really done that much. I think a lot of concept have been done, but I don't think we've actually have a lot of stuff done because they needed that pipeline finished. So
I think he's also referring to things, as he's just said, like things in your cockpit, having cockpit fluffy dice, which is a pretty good idea.
I'm sure Turbulent has a lot of cool things.
I think
I'm sure they have
Behavior.
they kind of use
Not turbulent.
some of the flare items as a small tester for tech like that jukebox to see if we can handle our own music in the game, and
That.
Behavior.
2 for 1.
Yeah.
Behavior. Yes, just behavior, because Turbulent just handle the web end, don't they?
They made the star map.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
such.
star, man.
Hey,
Oh,
Sherry, if you're listening, I want to interview you. Please let me interview and let me pick your brain about the star map. I've tried.
I think that I
tried.
could, like, coming from Eve and playing, well, not playing, but seeing the star map, it was just, honestly, it was amazing. Seriously, I didn't think someone could make something better than that, but they did, and it's
Isn't it
unbelievable.
winning like crazy awards?
Yeah.
For web design.
And the best part is that's just the first iteration. There's so much they can build onto it, and they've set it up that way, and it's so
we haven't
cool.
even really seen in game how the jump points are going to work, and manual piloting through that could be pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a lot of cool stuff.
Does anyone know what it's built on?
What web platform?
I imagine HTML5. I can literally find out right now if you want.
I would like to know.
Yeah, give me a second.
Excuse me.
Okay, here's one from G.
Inspect elements.
This might be kind of specific, but is there any information anywhere regarding when the model will be updated to reflect the change in the stats for the Redeemer?
I answered him.
Oh, you did?
It's
flyable.
It's a WebGL.
WebGL. Cool. It's when it's flyable.
Yeah. We interviewed
Four Horsemen.
we interviewed Paul DeLacy, and he's working on it pretty much, mainly him, but yeah, so that'll be reflected, but it's gonna be really cool.
Why are you only asking them that question?
Because you guys
Stor-
are always on the show. We're not.
Stormy is implying that me and Dolvac don't have friends, which is true.
We're friends with each other, man. And that's all
Yep.
we need.
That's all we need.
How do we present it?
Stormy asks, Shiver and CS, how do you guys present Star Citizen to friends or new prospective interested people?
It really depends on what they are interested to begin
gotta
with. If
refill
there's someone who's brand new to it, then it's a bit harder. But for someone who's been into it, it's generally a game that is going to break the norm in terms of what's being done for development, as well as what you'd expect out of your typical video game. We all have our scripted single player and all that kind of stuff, but something where you can go beyond what you normally would is something to get really excited about. And with the sandbox environment, it's not just your, oh, here you go. It's this actual living, breathing world where what you
Disco
can do-
actually gave me a wreath.
Yep.
Yeah, you can get
It's
amazing.
actually my hanger, and it's titled here. Here, I'm gonna post a link in chat. Look at this.
Give me the link. I'll put it on the stream.
All right, here you go. Check this out.
All right.
Okay, look, I will guarantee you that Stargirl.com, the big icon, first and foremost, will be the wreath modified into the Star Citizen logo. Like that. That's gonna be the logo.
Look at this.
I'm gonna go find
This-
a high quality JPEG of that.
Look at this. That is magnificent.
It's pretty good.
Oh my. He
pretty
actually
good.
gave you a wreath. That is awesome.
Lando, you are the worst community manager for any video game
Am I
ever,
the only person
and I
in
love you
the
for
world
it.
who has multiple holiday wreaths?
What? He's not the worst person in the world. He's amazing.
Am I the
Hey,
only
he
person
said
right
it,
now
not
who
me.
actually has more than one of those things?
He
Didn't
said
they
it,
didn't-
not me.
The year before last as well, though.
What? I wasn't paying attention.
Wait,
The
do
holiday
they?
wreaths up 2 years running now.
Last year.
Yeah,
Did we get
only
one
did-
2
they
years
did
ago?
They did it for 2014.
You did it for 2014. Because I
Well,
have
okay,
one.
what happens when I click the triangle? Let's find out.
Explodes.
It's just holiday wreath. It's like it's what happens on the normal one.
Okay.
It's nothing.
How much is it worth if you melt it?
I cannot melt it. I do not have the option.
Ah.
to melt.
Oh.
God, what
It-
is
it-
this?
it gives you
Oh,
one
there goes that
Idris.
Idris.
It gives you one Idris. Wow.
All right,
Lando,
there you go.
Lando, you are the best.
You've done it. You've started the obsession. I have to own them all. None of you are allowed to have them. Only me.
He's gonna rob all of our hangers.
Fine.
Ooh.
I'm
Here's some,
I'm gonna go pirate people. I'm gonna shoot out their engines and go board them. And if they resist, I will kill them. I'm not gonna take their ship. I'm not gonna take their cargo. I'm gonna take their damn wreath.
You're stuck with this rig forever. You cannot trade it. You cannot
Yeah.
melt it.
Actually, that is a good point, because don't they normally automatically go? And if you've got one outside of the normal time frame, will you forever have a wreath in your hangar?
maybe.
Oh.
Hopback actually has an interesting just thought. I personally think CIG needs to improve the reputation of Star Citizen outside the community. My gamer friends who really don't know about it seem to start the conversation, oh, that game that people say will never come out. Then I have to correct them, explain to them.
Counterpoint. Those are the
go ahead.
people who wouldn't care during development.
Yeah.
CIG is
Yeah.
going to change their marketing language once the game is about to come out,
Yeah.
which
if
Sandy
you-
has said.
Yeah, if you watch the interview, and I highly recommend this, go watch the interview that we did with Sandy, and
Yep.
she actually
Lando actually talked about it too.
that too, but like from the mouth of marketing, basically VP
Well, yeah.
marketing, is that they you're at a point where there's only so much you can do, and you want to make sure that your current, like the focus you said was mainly on the fans, the people who really are going to be the ones into this game at first, and then once they've reached a point where the game, like CCTV said, when it's going to come out, that's when they shift the marketing to that, because
Yep.
there's only so much like
I'm changing my
as-
Twitter icon to a wreath right now. Hold on. be
yeah,
right back.
because you have a game that's not really. If you don't have much to show, you can't really do much until you actually put it out there. And Aaron basically says this: we're gonna make whatever we're gonna make it, we're gonna show it, and we're gonna let the game speak for itself. And so far, with all the stuff they've released, you've seen the reaction, and it's amazing. So
and that's the thing too.
I think a direct quote from Disco. I don't know if this is said to me privately, or I remember him saying this was like they're running the community in like a how they're running the community right now is in a kind of a development mode. They're not running the community how they're going to run it in the future when in a release state. And I think it's good. They're interfacing with the backers. The people who gave them almost $94 million soon.
See, what a lot of people don't realize
that's good.
What a lot of people don't realize is that the people who are in it now are the people who understand that the game is in development and how, well, for the most part, understand how it's working, how fast or how slowly, depending on your point of view. By the way, it's a lot faster than all other game development companies. We're just literally watching the water boil. Is what's happening. We're watching the grass grow, and
I like water boiling. It's more exciting. You can see bubbles.
Star Citizen, it's like grass.
I like bubbles though.
It's like watching grass grow.
I want the water. Water's better. I like bubbles.
The last 2 years have been spent with them basically sat there looking under Crytek going, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Getting it back together again, getting a new network. I think it's a new networking backend on there, which is one reason they're having so much trouble. CryEngine is just a lovely engine. It's got a lot of depth, but it's not easy to get on with. It's not like Unity or anything like that. You're not going to sit there and learn how to make a game in CryEngine one afternoon. You need experts to do it. It's meaty under that hood, and they're adding more tech to that. Actual bullets rendering in space and things like that. A company wouldn't sit there and say, "Oh, we've got this game. Come and have a look at us developing the tech as we do it," because most people don't care. There's nothing to show results for as you're doing this kind of work. So once we're at that peak and can start going down, we're going to just see them going, "All right, here's the content coming more and more and more, testing it more and more." The tech side is getting better, we'll say. The Star Marine blockers are becoming less. You've got this constant still, the networking code. That's always going to be work no matter what. Even on full release, they're going to work on networking code. It's what you do if you've got an online game. So now we should see results for people, when the INNverse is out, it's all going to start really coming together swiftly, I would say. It's a lot swifter than we've had before.
Yeah. And when people go, well, it's been in development for, over 3 years now. Well, here's the thing. They started with 6 people. Guess how many they're at now? They're at 267 people. They've expanded to that over the course of 3 years. It wasn't until, this past year that they've really been able to go full-on production in the way that they have the allocated resources to be able to do a lot of the things. They obviously were still making the game, but now they're at a point where they have all that staff to really make things work. And Aaron has done a really good job at managing the studios in a way now that they're more efficient at the specific tasks they're assigned to do. The core groups are in the same place rather than having them across the country. Like Zane, who's the now global UI manager, project manager? I forget what his title, but basically he's the guy in charge of all the UI now. He actually moved from LA to
He's
UK.
Global director of UI.
Yeah, that. So, they've made some plays that made some big changes to go to literally a half across the world to be with the people they need to be. And that shows huge dedication, and not only dedication, but that shows promise that they really believe in this project, and that's awesome to see. Would you drop everything that you have in your place to go work halfway across the world for something you believe in? Not a lot of people would, so it shows that they're really committed.
And you're not going to get rich working for CIG. They can't afford to pay the best wages, so it's a passion. It is, and it looks good on a CV as well.
I would move if I got a job at CIG.
What would you do for CIG if you were hired? What would be your job?
He just destroy everything slowly over time. That's what I would
make a really good cup of coffee.
I'd either I'd either help Lando out or I'd help Hennessy out. One of the two.
Hey guys, COG, I can tank online community like nobody's business. All right. three
I'm
years
actually-
I haven't been murdered. I think that's a pretty good track
I'm
record.
actually looking at a video producer job in California right now. Not for COG.
Oh yeah. Oh.
But
That's
I mean,
disappointing.
I'd be able to poke CIG more frequently.
Well, then wouldn't that mean you'd have to, if you were to be their producer, video producer, wouldn't that mean you're getting rid of Tom Hennessy?
No.
Yeah, move
Like-
over, Tom Hennessy. There's a new guy in town.
If they ever ramp up their video production, like basically it was just Hennessy and then they hired Justin, I would be like another one.
Oh.
Know what I mean?
They want to pay us just hook up with the free ship. I don't think that's how it works.
What?
We'll work
No.
for ships.
Yeah,
just have
closed
one
caption
question. Do you think
television
this-
for president.
Do you think this game will ever get released? Do we even want to answer that question? Yes. It will
Who asked
absolutely
that?
get released. It will
Yeah.
absolutely get released.
Hey,
wo-
hey,
it
Draz,
is
you
possible
can play
the
it.
world could end.
You can
No,
play it.
The apocalypse
right
could
now.
happen before it comes out.
Can I just point out, not necessarily as one that you could buy off a shelf, because
No.
they are not using a publisher.
I mean, that being said, you couldn't buy Minecraft off a shelf until like a year and a half ago.
Which is still weirds me out. That shouldn't. That's a natural, man. No.
As
That's weird to
as
you.
like a POS card,
Well,
like those
yeah.
little gift card things. That makes
Yeah.
sense to me.
I don't like it.
I'd like a disc. I'd like to know I've got a disc somewhere.
Well, I mean, there is the mission discs for Squadron 42. That will be in the collector's edition, which actually has a box, but you can't buy that at a store.
One Winged Angel MS asks a very good question, and the answer to which I like to relay to everyone. I mean, that's kind of the point of the show, but you know, how do you stay patient and avoid burnout when you're so closely engaged with games development?
I think I'm having
By-
more fun now than I will with the actual game.
By being patient.
It honestly, like, if you're focused so much on the game itself and the content, yeah, I feel you would get burnt out. But the thing for a lot of us is it's not just about the game; it's about you guys too. You know,
It's about the community. Yeah.
we put so much effort at INN for you guys out there, the readers, because we know you guys appreciate that info and you guys love that. So
You are our game.
yeah, that's
Yep.
literally is it. And I couldn't imagine myself being this passionate about another project because you guys are just as passionate. Too.
Honestly, and like I don't really care about spoilers as long as as long as I don't get Squadron 42 story spoilers, I'm fine.
Two things. One, Ghost of Starscream says, do what Disco said and take a break. Absolutely. If you feel yourself getting burnt out with this development,
Go away.
take a break. Fallout 4 is coming out in 2 weeks. Pick that up, play that game for a long time, and then come back.
Come
All
back.
kinds
and
of stuff
Maybe
will
the
have
Reddit
happened.
will actually work now, and Stargirl will be a thing.
Yeah.
Try Witcher 3. That game never ends.
Yep.
So many question marks.
rushed through that game. I did like 2 side quests.
All right.
Of course, both the side quests maybe lasted like
Beefcast.
12 hours.
One more question. Headclaw asks regarding release dates for Star Citizen. Is it me, or do you think that Star Citizen is coming out sooner because of the lack of publisher? You got it. You got it. You understand. I'm very proud of you. I'm proud of you. I wish everyone understood.
Well, the real beauty about Star Citizen that it proves to absolutely everyone, including publishers, is we as PC gamers are a viable market for exclusives that
Oh, yeah.
takes advantage of our hardware.
And with that, that's all we got, folks.
Aww.
Tune in the Beefcast.
Yep. Outro music. Guys, this week, tomorrow, we got fiction. We also have the recording of the Beefcast. If you missed last week's episode, Thursday, Friday. Oh, and RTV, subscriber RTV happening tomorrow. Stupid Shooter 1995. It's called an alpha for a reason. Thursday, Friday, normal transcripts and an interview with Mr. Bob. Also might
Mr.
come
Bob.
out tomorrow. That's tomorrow. Saturday, come join us for Beefcast right here, 2:30 p.m.
If you touch my wreath, I'll kill you.
Yeah, brought back the wiggle. Dovak's gone. He's gone. He's done. Disco Lando asks why Eris. I don't know. Why Eris?
Find out next week.
Find out next week, right here. Stupid Shooter 1995, you're a silly Billy. Have
Bye,
a good one,
guys.
guys.